another mysterious person behind the screen. So yeah, Doctor Who and the Ghost Monument, episode 2 of series 11 aired on Sunday the 14th of October, and this episode's got a very mixed reception, but I really dug it. I really dug this episode for the reason it felt like a proper adventure. Clayton Hickman said on Twitter it felt like an 80s four-parter crammed into 50 minutes, and that's exactly what it felt like to me. It's got such scope to it. The whole plot of the space race, it reminded me of a bit of Enlightenment, but not too much. But it was so it's very intriguing, and I dug the overall story. I really liked, and it's a great sort of excuse to get the Doctor and her friends into an adventure quickly, because they quickly discover, and I'm glad the episode didn't play this as a mystery. They quickly discover that the Ghost Monument is actually the TARDIS, so for them it becomes a mission to get to the TARDIS. I think the main reason, because a lot of people saying the plot was wafer thin and there were a lot of plot holes. Now, for me, the only one that really bugs me is at the end, Epso and Angstrom, that's the names, isn't it? Definitely Epso, and the other one, Sean Dooley and Susan Lynch, they get to the thing, and she's like, okay, it's my prize, and he's like Hal, he's not happy about it. Then a scene later, they go into the tent, hand in hand, going, we're gonna do a joint win, and it's like, right, okay, hang on, came out of nowhere a bit. You literally were enemies a second ago, and you were probably gonna kill each other if Doctor Who wasn't there, but fair enough. And now you're working together. Bit contrived, and it felt like, sorry, I've got a really sore throat and I don't know why. Bit contrived, and it sort of felt like they were just rushing to get to the TARDIS scene, which, yes, we'll talk about that all in good time. But for the rest of it, there was nothing that really majorly bothered me, and what little stuff there was, I overlooked, because I've always said this, I can overlook a lot if the character's good, and, if I enjoy watching characters interact and play off each other, I can forgive a lot of negative story elements, and I think maybe that's what happened here. Maybe it caught me on a good day, but I really enjoyed this. And coming back to the characters now, I think I want to see them talking. Like, I'm not just waiting for something to happen in the story, because I want to see these guys interact and play off each other. And Graham and Ryan, their arc, Graham and Ryan's arc, is incredibly intriguing to me, because he says at the start, so we're sticking with Graham, not Grandad then. He went, yes, Graham. And it's like, okay, I am incredibly intrigued to sort of see where they go. And obviously he's going to call him Grandad at some point in the series, and it's going to be a very emotional moment, I can guarantee it. Because, they both lost someone. They're both dealing with the fallout from Grace's death. Yaz is still sort of the one that's the most underdeveloped, but I think that's just because she's not been focused on yet. And it's sort of, at the moment, all focused on the Graham, Ryan and Grace storyline. So, yeah, can I just talk about the Doctor? Because I really love her. Alright, she was great last week, yeah. But now that she's settled in and she's out of post-regenerative mode, I really love Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. I think I love the fact that she's not that confident in herself yet. She doesn't quite know. She knows who she is, and she's confident about, she's confident in her personality, but she's not confident enough, as we've seen in the past yet, because, she doesn't have a TARDIS, and I think she feels vulnerable with it, and I think that's such an endearing character trait. And ultimately, she is what I wanted her Doctor to be, which is an almost sort of childlike adventurer, but one that will not stop doing what's right, one that will not stop she just wants to explore, but she sees something bad happening, she's going to get stuck in there, you know what I mean? But she ultimately, at her core, she's just an excited, giddy, like I said, childlike character who just wants to explore and get out there, but will never hesitate to fight evil and injustice. And it's what I wanted her to be, and I think she's just such an endearing character. Little things she does, like, I don't know if anyone's noticed it, whenever I find this really odd. I'm just using my PS4 controller. Whenever she goes to Sonic something, even if she's got the Sonic in her hand and she's just Sonic something, whenever she goes to Sonic something new, she'll like extend her arm and have this really bombastic hand movement like that, and it's really cool. But it's just she does it all the time. It's like whoosh, it's a cool little thing that she does. I love the line at the end, "Come to daddy." I mean, mummy. I mean, and it's sort of like this is all she's focused on. Because I do that in real life. I sort of, if I'm focused on something, I'll end up speaking but not really thinking about what I'm saying, and that's clearly what she does there. Some people read it as them trying to enforce the gender change. I didn't read it as that. I read it as what I just said, which that's what she's focused on. I really digged the fact that the episode starts in medias res after the title sequence. It starts in media res, and we see when Yaz wakes up, we see the Doctor's already woken up. She's already stuck in there. She's already bickering with Epso, and I really, really dug that because it's like, oh yeah, she's not wasting any time. She's getting straight in. That costume looks amazing. It looks better than it does in pictures because once you see it on screen and with the gorgeous cinematography and direction, it looks so colourful, and a lot of the time in these shots she's just this one sort of beacon of colour, and I adore that so much because it's like, yes, this is the Doctor's a beacon of hope in, when things are dark. Some great character work, as I said. Ryan with his dyspraxia continuing on, that was really fascinating, and it gave me one of my favourite scenes in the episode was when he goes to climb the ladder and he goes, oh god, I don't think I can do this because of the gas and stuff, and the Doctor just comes up to him and says, look, you are amazing, she just comforts him and consoles him and says, really sorry, you're gonna have to do this, and it's like, their relationship together, the Doctor's relationship with her companions is so good. They feel like real people. They feel like real friends. For once, it makes such a difference when there are characters that I like and enjoy watching. Because I really love that scene. And I said this on Twitter. This is the first time in ages I've been disappointed to see the episode end because I just loved watching these characters and watching them play off each other and interact, and it's just, that's the sign of a good show when that happens, and I just love that scene so much. Graham is probably my favourite. He's definitely the highlight. I really love Graham. Bradley Walsh is fantastic. Will people and things stop putting things into me without my permission? Loved it. The cinematography, absolutely gorgeous. I adored it. It looked, again, can't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray because it's going to look stunning. The scope of it was really large. Like, there was a massive sort of feeling of this planet is huge and this race has been going on for a while and it feels like a lived-in universe. Let's talk about the monsters and sort of everything that went on with that. I thought they were fine enough. I really liked the voice. They're a bit forgettable, but that's fine. The tease that they get, the timeless child and stuff. Cartmel master plan hints there much, maybe. Could be referencing the other. The outcast, they said. Could be Rassilon, could be Omega. There's a lot of stuff you can glean from that, and the Doctor was just, she was like, what? And she's just like, get out of my head. That's the one time she was like serious, and I just, really dug her performance in that. Some proper educational stuff. Oh man, proper educational with the gas when she threw the cigar up in the air, and what was set up earlier with the clicking of the fingers. She did that and it all ignited because of the gas, and that's like proper for young kids watching this. That's pretty good educational stuff, and I'm hoping that will continue throughout the series and the historicals, and really harkens back to the Hartnell era. The Stenza, again, I mentioned, and I'm not quite sure why, but it's nice that they are building them up as a threat, because Susan Lynch's character, Graham went, I lost my wife because of the Stenza, and she says, mine too. And it's like, okay, these guys mean business. These guys are a known thing, and they aren't just going to be a monster of the week. They are going to be a continuing presence, sort of. And it's a real sort of, oh shit moment when they revealed about the Stenza. What else? What else? What else? Should we talk about the general aesthetics and the TARDIS then? The what everyone was sort of talking about, which kind of annoyed me because the episode ended and everyone was sort of talking about the TARDIS. The sort of the last 5 minutes, and I was just thinking, but what about the rest of it? You know. But right, I'll talk about the title sequence before we get in there. I really love it. The theme really works in this. Like I really liked it last week. If you watch my review, you know how much I love that theme. But I love it even more when it's used in a title sequence such as this. I love the how it's sort of like inky and it's this big black mass. It reminds me of the symbiote from Spider-Man. It's this big black mass, and then the bass drops. You know, we get the first few bars, and then and that little moment. I said this on Twitter as well. It reminds me of a roller coaster. So you sort of those first bars, you're going up, and then you get the drop, and that's the big drop. And then at the end, when after we zoom through the logo and everything starts to get really, really fast, and it's going for the final drop, and the ride's over. You know, when it smash cuts to the title. I really like that. I really like how the logo appeared. It sort of appeared in the thing, and then you went up that way, and it was really, really nice. I really like that title sequence. Bit short, fine. I'm fine with the lack of the face. It's a change. We've had the face for a good 5 years now. May as well change it up a bit. If they couldn't find an organic way to put the face in, that's fine. It was made by John Smith VFX on YouTube, whose work I am a massive fan of and have been for so long, and I'm so glad he's getting recognition because he's really good. Breathe. But yeah, no, dig the title sequence, dig the music, of course. The TARDIS, right. Okay, so that whole scene, I've mentioned how much I love her reaction to it when she's just like, give me this, come on. I was really feeling for the Doctor at that point. Really feeling for her because I really wanted her to get the TARDIS and it was so cool. But then it appears, we get the lovely new exterior, which I love that exterior so much. She goes, "You've done yourself up." I really love that line. She's such an endearing character. She reminds me of she reminds me of Hartnell, who was also such an endearing character. Really dig it. She opens it. I'm not a fan of the "you've redecorated." I really like it. I thought we were sort of past that now, but whatever. The interior itself, this is quite controversial. For one, I really like the bit that sort of harkens back to the TV movie. So you've got the overall room, and then this little mini room where the console is held. I really dig that. I'm not sure about the space between those two things though. Like I'm not sure there's enough space in between the front, like as you're going into the room, and then there's the console. There's the little mini room. There's enough space between that, but I'm not sure at the back. Like, if they're going around the back, does that mean that they... I don't know, it seems really small there. The console itself, I really, really like. I like the crystal. It's very crystalline. The Doctor's sort of overall look and feel of the series is very crystalline with the sonic and everything. I really like that. The console itself, a bit messy, but it also feels like a lived-in thing. That you've got the hourglass there, you've got the custard cream dispenser, you've got the all little flicky levers and knobs, which I really liked. I'm not sure what that glass TARDIS thing is, the one that's spinning. I think I said this on Twitter. I said this on Twitter as well. I said this on Twitter. No, I said this on Twitter. It was... I don't know what it is, and I'm not sure about it. But I really, really like the idea that if that is showing the Doctor what the TARDIS looks like on the outside, if the chameleon circuit actually worked, then that would change every time she landed. She was like, okay, where are we? What are we blending into? Oh, we blend into... If you're watching Attack of the Cybermen, a grand piano and a clock. So, yeah, I like that idea. The console's fine. I do overall really like the room. It's a bit messy, though. Like, you see what I mean? It's sort of... That separate section feels like it's a bit overcrowded, and I don't know. I'm going to have to sort of see it in action, but I do like it. I just think there's a bit that is quite messy and overcrowded, but I really like it. So, you know, that's pretty much all I've got to say. The Ghost Monument, love the characters, love the Doctor, love the plot. I thought there was some great world building in there, some really nice character work, some great sort of character beats, some great lines. The Doctor was on fire as always. The Call of Duty scene, I love that. That seems to be getting a lot of hate, but when Ryan goes out, thinks he can do it, grabs his gun, he realises that he's out of ammo. He says, "Where's the reload? Where's the reload?" And he just runs back in. Lovely little bit of humour. Really like that. But yeah, really enjoyed Ghost Monument. Series 11 has really impressed me so far. Everything from the visuals to it looked amazing. When that ship was crashing, that looked like if anyone's seen Firefly, the first episode of Firefly, that came out in 2002, and that looks amazing. And it looked like this. It was so sort of epic, and the scope was huge. And yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. So what did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I feel like this is going to be a Marmite episode. Whatever you thought, comment below. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.